Welcome to the City of Santa Monica's guide for viewing and completing tasks assigned to you in our Project Docs system. This guide will walk you through the process of locating your tasks, as well as show you how to successfully complete them. Starting from the main project screen in Project Docs, you should see the active project list covering most of your screen. Below this is your list of tasks in your Project Flow task list. If no tasks are currently assigned to you, this list will be empty. For this exercise, we will assume that you have been assigned the task of uploading plans into your project. Scroll down to the Project Flow task list and locate the project you want to upload plans for. In the Task column, you should see Applicant Upload Task displayed as your pending task for that project. You can verify the project number in the Project column, view the priority level of this project, see the due date for your task, and also see the status of this task. Please note that all tasks start off with the status of pending. When you click on the text in the Task column for the first time, you will be asked if you would like to accept this task. Click OK to accept the task and open the Task window. The Task window will open in the Record Information tab. There is identifying information about the task at the top of the window, followed by instructions for completing your task below that. For this task, we are instructed to check the box near the bottom of the window when plans have been uploaded into the system. Some details about requirements for uploading files are also included in the instructions. Please see our video guide for uploading files if you need help with this step of the process. For now, we will assume that you have completed that task and the plans are successfully uploaded into the Plans folder in your project. Now click on the checkbox to indicate that you have completed this task. Notice that prior to checking the box, the Upload Complete button is inactive. However, after checking the box, this button becomes active. Clicking on Upload Complete will let the system know that your task has been completed, that the files are uploaded, and that your project is now ready for a pre-screening review. When prompted, click OK to verify that you're sure you're ready to complete this task. Clicking OK will update your project status in the system and take you back to the main project screen. Now let's look at tasks that might get assigned to you during the formal plan check process. This will most likely occur after city staff have reviewed your plans, made comments or markups on them, and returned them to you for revision. Looking down near the bottom of the page at our tasks list, note that we now have an Applicant Resubmittal task assigned to us by city staff. Let's open the task by clicking on the hyperlink in the task name. This opens a new Applicant Resubmittal window containing all the information we need to complete this task. The task instructions tell us that we must upload all required plans and documents for the next round of our plan check. They also tell us that we must select either yes or no for each item in the Standard Questions section immediately below the instructions. Notice that there is a comment area for each question in this section, followed by an area for the applicant to respond with comments of their own. If the answer to the question is no, move on to the next question. If the answer is yes, click on the arrow in the right-hand side of the Yes/No drop-down menu and select Yes from the menu. Then write your explanation for the yes response in the response text area that corresponds to that question. Keep in mind that if your project has been through multiple rounds of review, your previous comments will be pre-populated in the response text fields. If that is the case, you do still need to enter a new response in the response text field for any question you answer yes to. Please note that you can save your work at any time by clicking on the Save Checklist button at the bottom of this section. Next, let's look at the View Change Marks button. Click on it to open the Change Marks viewer. This viewer lists all of the change marks that have been created by city staff during the most recent round of reviews. On the far left of the window is a thumbnail image of each of the change marks. You can click on each image to get a closer look, or you can click on the corresponding link in the File Name column to open the full file. To open the file and be taken directly to the particular change mark within that file, click on the link in the Markup Name column. If you would like to sort, filter, or move your columns, click on the small icon next to the column name in any column to see a list of available options. Please make sure to scroll all the way to the right so that you can see the applicant response column. Every change mark must be addressed by the applicant before plans can be resubmitted. To insert your response to a specific change mark, double-click in the applicant response field, type in your response, and then click the Save button. This process must be completed for every change mark in the list, so keep in mind that you may have multiple pages of change marks. Use the navigation buttons in the bottom right corner of the screen to view other pages. When you are ready to close the window, be sure to click the Save and Close button to save any work you may have completed. Now let's look at the View Edit Checklist button. Click on it to open the Checklist Items viewer. Here you will see a list of all the checklist comments you have waiting for you to respond to. Just like with the Change Marks viewer, you can sort, filter, and move the columns to suit your needs. Also note that the viewer opens to show all checklist items from every review cycle by default. To only view comments from a specific review cycle, click on the drop-down menu at the top left of the screen to select the appropriate cycle. If the requirement for responding to a comment has not been met yet, a dark red Unmet is displayed in the status column. Any comments that have been addressed in other sections of this form will automatically display here with the status showing as Met in green. To add a response, double-click on the row you would like to respond to and enter your response in the Applicant Response field. Click Done when you have completed your response. Be sure to scroll through the list and respond to any unmet comments for each cycle. Keep in mind that there may be multiple pages of comments, so please use the navigation buttons at the bottom right of the screen to move between pages. Finally, looking down below the change mark and checklist buttons, we see one more section of overall comments. While everything above this section is targeted to a specific aspect of the review, this section is for questions or comments that relate to the plan check as a whole. They can come from any or all reviewing departments and must be addressed before your plans can be resubmitted. Like the other sections, respond to these reviewer comments by clicking in the Applicant Comments field and entering your response. Be sure to click the Save Checklist button when you are done. When all of your responses have been entered and you are ready to resubmit, scroll all the way to the bottom of the window to view the final checkboxes for this task. If you have addressed all change marks in the project, click on the first checkbox to put a check mark in it. If you have addressed all checklist items, click on the second checkbox. Lastly, if you have uploaded all of the required documents, click on the third checkbox. Only after all three checkboxes have been checked off will the Resubmit Complete button become active. Clicking on it will indicate that this task is complete and the next round of formal plan check review can begin. When prompted, click OK to verify that you are sure you're ready to complete this task. Clicking OK will update your project status in the system and resubmit your plans for the next review cycle. Thanks for watching this guide on completing your tasks in Project Docs. If you would like help with other aspects of our Project Docs system, please view the other videos in this series for further information.